This is Marcus Korval with Studio MMA and MMA Net, and we're hours before Fabricio Werdum's fight, and we're here with Fabricio's strength and conditioning coach, Jarrod Bunch. How nervous are you right now?
Man, you know, it's not really nervous. It's just excited, ready to get it on. I think we have done the preparation, and I think he looks good. I think he's ready, and we're just ready to go, man.
You're not a stranger to the big scene. You were the first round draw for New York. Hang on, I'm not very good with American football. New York Giants.
Yeah, New York Giants, who are playing in the Super Bowl tomorrow. And yeah,
Any of your teammates still on there?
No.
How old are you, Jerry?
No, but it's a big weekend, man. You know, it's a big weekend for sports. It's a big weekend in Las Vegas, and it's a big weekend for the Werdum Combat Team, man. I think that Fabricio has been waiting to get a fight like this, and he's really excited to be back in the UFC. And he just doesn't want a victory. He wants a devastating victory. He wants a victory that, you know, oh, where was this Fabricio Werdum? You know, he wants to show what he's really about. He's not just a jiu-jitsu guy. You know, he's not just a grappler guy. And he wants to show that. And his strength is on top of his game right now, and he should be good.
We both obviously train with Fabricio. We know what he's like, and it's hard to sometimes judge him because he's always in such a good mood and he's always happy. But obviously he has a lot to prove, not just to the UFC, but to the fans after the Alistair Overeem fight. You've been spending a lot of time with him in the gym, and you made some incredible differences, changes in his physique. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the bottom line was when he fought Alistair, you could look at them and look at the difference between two heavyweights, and they weighed about the same, but it was such a big difference. And then when they when they collided, the difference in power was just. I said, "There's no way we got to do something about this." So that's when he dedicated himself. I got to put this all on Fabricio. He never liked to lift weights, but after that fight, he came to me and said, "Listen, I need to get in the weight room." And he dedicated himself. And we started off with a training program with MHP, Maximum Human Performance, and they gave us 3 months to say, okay, let's see what you can do. We went and got fat testing. We did all kinds of testing for his heart, everything else. And we just trained and trained and trained. And he went from 20% body fat to 13% body fat in 3 months.
You hear that? From 20% body fat to 13% body fat, and thanks to you, thanks to the supplements that he's been taking, and we saw it on the scales yesterday, and a huge difference in Fabricio, the way he looks. And you've been with him down at Kings as well. Tell us a little bit about the difference that you see in Fabricio now versus before.
I think it's the determination. You talked about it earlier that he's always a fun guy, but he has something to prove now, and he fights with something to prove, and it's no longer the guy who is trying to get you down. You know, he's going to try to knock you out. He's going to try to kick your head off, and if you're on the ground, he's going to try to take your arm home with him. So he's always been a well-rounded fighter, but now it's like we've awakened the demons. You know, it's like trying to get that machine. We want him to become a machine, and just go in there and do everything that he's capable of doing.
And talk about being a machine. New York Giants first round draft. Is it 3-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion?
4.
I'm sorry. 4-time world champion and a black belt on Fabricio Werdum. Yeah. You know you coming to the game, and it's not just that you're a strength and conditioning coach. You understand the game. That's a big difference.
I think that was key. Is that when I started doing jiu-jitsu, a lot of guys that were not as strong as me, they were submitting me, getting me in position, and I said, man, So when I figured if somebody could be like at the level of Fabricio's jiu-jitsu and have the strength and put both of them together, it would be, something. So what helped me was being able to go in jiu-jitsu and leave the strength things away, leave it out, and now bring it back in, not only with me, bring it back in with Fabricio. So I see both sides of it, what you can do when you have the strength and what you can do, which he's been doing for years without a lot of strength, but now he has the strength.
So obviously we're going to see a different Fabricio in there tonight. What's your prediction for the fight?
Listen, I just want a good outing. I want him to go in there. If he does everything that he trains, he's a machine. and it would just be a good fight. And that's all I have to say. It'd be a great fight.
So no predictions on submission, knockout.
It will be a great fight. If he does everything, which I really believe that he is going to do, it'll be a great fight. Because Roy Nelson is no slouch. Roy Nelson is, he's a black belt also. He's very strong. He's got powerful right hand.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good fight.
Now, this is something, Jay Glazer is a good friend of mine and obviously very much involved with both the UFC and with NFL. And this is something I've always wanted to answer. We're from Sweden, and in our country, now here's my chance. This is my first chance ever to ask an American football player. In my country, when we play football, we use our feet. Now, explain something to me. In a sport where you use your hands 98% of the time, how may you call that football?
Oh, so you're talking about soccer, right?
Yeah. Well, you play with the ball with your foot.
That's when you sock the ball, right? Soccer. And then we've got football here. American football is we've always we joke about that, but it does make sense to call soccer football, and what we call football, American football, it's
rugby, maybe American rugby.
I know. No. You know what? But like we just said, this is Super Bowl weekend, and I think there's not one thing on television that's bigger than the Super Bowl. So, and I think that's American football, not soccer.
Actually, I think the biggest outing on television is the World Cup.
So there you go. Let's put it this way: we'll call football whatever is big on TV.
All right.
Yeah.
Any predictions for the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Listen, I played college at University of Michigan, and Brady graduated from University of Michigan. I played for the Giants. I think that the Giants. I think a lot of people are going with New England, but I think the Giants will pull it off tomorrow.
You heard it right here, and in a couple of hours, we're going to see Fabricio Werdum. Let's see if Jarrod Bunch got it right on the prediction, and let's see the difference in Fabricio Werdum as well. If you want to know more about training with Jarrod, you can find him on JR Bunch, letter J, letter R, Bunch on Twitter. Over and out. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.